which is called Ijevsk, which is in India long term.
What are you doing there?
So I work for TikTok, for ByteDance actually. I don't work for TikTok. 8 in this way. That's a Chinese way to show 8.
Most difficult for you here in India?
I cannot say every Indian man is a good man. Every Indian woman is a good woman. But
hello everyone, I'm Ksenia. In my podcast, I'm inviting Slavic people which live in India and asking questions about life here. My guest today is Polina. She's a blogger, very famous.
Yes, and we have a Sasha guest too, who has come.
So cute. Polina has 4 cats, yeah?
Yes, 4 cats I have.
Oh.
So many, right? Yeah, but this guy wants to be in the broadcast very much. He is the cutest one among all of them.
Oh. Yes, so you know, Polina, I found you in one viral video. You just came in my Instagram, and I used to follow her after this, and she posts very cute, very nice content about India, about your life here. And okay, today we will know about you more.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
It would be amazing. Really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Okay, Polina, tell me, where are you from? How old are you, and how long have you been here in India?
Okay, so I come from a city which is called Ijevsk, which is a very small city in Russia.
Wow.
And we are a minority group. So we are Udmurt minority, which is like a Finnish minority. But I spent like 6 years in Moscow.
Yeah.
So my mom was living in Moscow for 20 years until she moved here recently. Can you imagine?
In India?
Yes, she lives in India right now. Yes. So and then how old am I? Okay, so my name is Polina, right? As you know, I am too old to say already.
Oh.
So yeah, you guess, guys, you guess how old I am? Write it in the comments. It's gonna be really good.
Big secret for now.
Yes, big secret for now. But you write it. If somebody's right, I am gonna like the comment. Then you will know how old I am.
Okay. So Ijevsk, yeah, to the then Moscow,
and then what? And then, yes, right. So I was living in Malta for 3 months first, and then I was living in Israel for 3 months, but that's like small things.
Wow.
And then I went to China, and I was living there for 8 years. 8 years is already a long time, you see. Yes, I even show 8 in this way. That's a Chinese way to show 8, because in China we have different things. I can teach you later about this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I came here, and I've been living here in India for 4.5, 5 years.
Oh, okay.
We have another cat coming. Oh, it's gonna be lots of cats coming here.
Wow. Oh, Pasha.
Pasha. Yeah, he's a tiger. This guy is a tiger, and he's actually a street cat. I found him on the street, but now he's so fat and fluffy.
Oh. Yes. Not fat. I think it's thin.
Yeah.
Still
a little bit
for
fat.
India.
For India, yes.
Okay, so Polina, you used to live around 8 years in China. So tell me more about this. What are you doing there?
So I went to university. I did my bachelor. I did my master's. I graduated from my master degree. Then I had a job. I found a job. I first of all was working for the investment bank. And then I realized that's not a job for me. Like most of the investment banks, people really want to go but don't want to stay. And then I got a job in TikTok.
Yes.
And I've been working there ever since. So I do gaming in TikTok. It's not exactly TikTok. It's a mother company which is called ByteDance, and I am responsible for the Russian market or for the games. So yeah, that's what I do.
But I think I have listened that TikTok in China it's banned, no?
TikTok in China is banned?
Yeah.
No. TikTok is a Chinese product.
Wow.
Yeah, so ByteDance company is a Chinese company. It's in India, it's banned, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but I work from home. I work for Singapore, so I don't work in
Singapore.
Yes, I don't work for in Indian office. I work for Singaporean office.
Okay.
Even though I get the tasks from China, so it's kind of interesting, working for getting the salary from Singapore, but talking to people in China. So it's
wow.
Very cool.
So you used to speak in Chinese language in your work? Yeah.
I speak right now. So I speak Chinese. Mostly Chinese I speak at work.
Wow.
I mean, I speak Chinese like I speak English.
Wow. And Russian?
Russian is a little worse than English, I must say.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I mean, I've been forgetting Russian.
And you also know Hindi, yeah?
Tori Hindi.
Oh my God.
Botori.
Chinese, Russian, Hindi, what?
And
English.
English, yes,
Oh
the
my
language we're
God.
talking.
So nice.
It's okay, I guess.
I'm also started to learn Hindi, but for me now it's very hard.
It's okay. You're doing really good, no? I've
Uh,
heard we have the
yeah.
same teacher, and the
Yes,
teacher is really
same.
praising her. So you will speak like me very soon.
I hope, yeah, I want. So I know that during COVID time you met your husband, yeah? Tell me more about this.
Tell me more about it. Okay, sounds good. So, um, I met. So I went to India on a solo trip.
Yeah.
I like traveling everywhere. I would travel everywhere. When I was living in China, I was a very strong, independent woman.
Oh.
So then I went to India on a solo trip, and I met my husband, and then I fall in love. And then the COVID started, so my company was like, you have to stay wherever you are. So I stayed in India for like 2 months,
Yeah.
and then the COVID started here, so I came back to China, and then we did a long distance for 3 months. And after 3 months, we decided we want to be together and get married and everything. So I traveled back to India.
So it happened so fast, yeah?
Yes. So honestly, we kind of got married. That we had a temple wedding after 2 months of dating. And then, so there was 3 months long distance. We were figuring things out. But God, all the cats have come.
Yes,
They got really curious, all the cats. So yeah, there's another cat. That's Tasha cat. So yeah, that's what happened. And then so we came back.
Oh. Nice. So you guys together around
We've been married for more than 4 years, and we've been together for almost 5. So yeah,
So cute.
it's okay. Yeah. So go ahead.
What are you doing now?
What am I doing now?
So it's your main work, yeah? You work from home. Yeah.
Yes. So I work for TikTok, for ByteDance actually. I don't work for TikTok because TikTok is a product of a company called ByteDance. ByteDance has got lots of other products, but it's a lot easier to say TikTok because people know that. So I work for ByteDance. I don't work for TikTok per se. Then I do blogging.
Yes.
I am a cute Russian girl living in India.
Oh, yeah.
And recently I've been traveling a lot as well, so I'm very busy with that. Sometimes I travel for work, sometimes I travel for fun, so it depends. Yeah, but recently, like the past few months, has been like mad.
And your birthday also was, yeah?
Yes, last month was my birthday. Yes, actually, so I was in the UK for like a week, a bit over a week. I got the BRP card. You know what it is? It's like a residence permit.
You
So,
got?
yes, I got the residence permit in the UK. So I was there. I was staying there, getting it, like traveling. So in the morning, I would wake up at 6 o'clock. I would work, and then I would work until like 1, and then I would go somewhere out. But everything closes very early in the UK because it's a cold country, so it gets dark at like 3 o'clock.
Wow.
So yeah, so I had to like really finish everything early and go as soon as I could.
With Indian guy, how do you adopt this local culture?
Okay, local culture.
Yeah.
You see, I'm wearing the kurti.
Yes.
I mean, it's cool to wear kurti. It's very fashionable. God, cats are really coming.
Yes. They wanted to be in my podcast.
Yes, I mean, you're
Nice.
very lucky because the cats don't come like that. You have good karma, I guess, because they're so fashionable. I mean, like so Instagrammable as well. So yeah, how the culture? The culture is fine. You know, when you live in many countries, you start adjusting to any culture. So it doesn't really matter where I live. I mean, I learned lots of things. I mean, it was a big cultural shock for me in the beginning to come here. Not like a cultural shock. I mean, I don't come from a village, and I mean, I come from a village, but I don't come from the. I didn't come to India from the village. I had a very international exposure before coming to India.
Moscow, China, and another country.
Yes, and then I came here. So what I want to say is that when you travel so much, when you move so much, you just start adjusting. You just start appreciating.
Easy, yeah.
It's not like easy. I mean, it takes time and effort, but I just look at that as a journey, as an adjusting journey, as learning the culture, as learning something else. For example, when I came over, my husband kept on saying, oh, Indians do this way, Indians do this way, something Indians do. And then I got to know more Indians. And then he's like, when he says sometimes, he's like, oh, my parents do it this way because Indians do it. I'm like, Not true. Indians
Yeah.
don't do it, your parents do it.
Yeah, your parents.
Because now I've learned what other people do, and I understood the country, and I understand how to grow in this country, how to talk to people, how not to offend people, how to basically be friends with people just by adjusting.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's a
very
long
nice.
journey of
Yeah,
adjustment.
of course. Every time. So, I think in China it was also for you same way, yeah?
Yes.
Like, wow.
Yeah, so it's not my first country to live in.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, it's a very different country. It's a very
Really.
interesting country, but it's definitely not.
Polina, so it sounds all good, but tell me what's the most difficult for you here in India?
What is the most difficult thing?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Maybe food, because it's so spicy. Tell me about food.
Yes, actually, food is the thing.
Ah.
So, I mean, I love Indian food.
Mhm.
I love it. I eat it. I love all this like paneer and stuff.
Yeah.
But I cannot eat on daily basis. This is just not for me. I mean, people will hate me for that. But I really cannot eat Indian food on daily basis because it's just I don't like it that much. I mean, I like all this like restaurant style, all this nice style, but it's just my taste buds are used to different things. So I mean, husband eats Indian food every day because
Of
we have a
course.
cook who comes and cooks. But I eat Indian food maybe like 2-3 times a week, which
A
is
week.
already very good because I'm a white woman.
Yes.
So I am adjusted enough, but that's something I cannot eat every day. I've seen so many girls who are like, "Oh, I'm so Indian. I eat Indian food every day. I do all this Indian stuff every day." I mean, I'm still a white woman.
Yeah.
I understand the culture. I know the culture.
But
I
your
am-
stomach, I think, don't.
Not only stomach, no, no. But I myself understand that I'm a white woman and I'm a Russian woman and I have my own preferences.
Yes.
And I mix Indian culture with my own identity. I mean, some foreigners, they come and they lose their identities. They become
Yes.
some other Indian woman with a white face. I mean, I have my own cultural identity. I have my own habits.
Wow.
But at the same time, I understand what to do in India and how to be a bit more Indian so people accept me.
Have to manage this, yeah, like
It's not like hard to manage. It's not hard, but yeah, it's like basically everything has to be in balance, in moderation. Cannot be like something too much. So yeah.
Okay, for me it's the same because I can't eat Indian food whole day. Just maybe once per day, but mostly 2-3 times per week. Yeah, it's the same. I can understand.
It's just something like I really can't do. I mean, like I was doing my best to love it that much, to eat it every day, but I just can't. I mean, every time we go to his parents' house, there's only Indian food. There is no non-veg food. There's no other food. So I really put an effort to eat it all the time, 3 meals a day. That's a bit tough for me, but because I love my husband so much, I manage it. So yes.
Nice. And maybe something in Indian people you also like don't like. They came not in time usually. Tell me.
Not on time. Standard
Yeah.
Indian time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I right now live by standard Indian time already.
Oh, after 4 years. Okay.
Yes, that's the thing. What other things I don't like? I don't like the gap between people. I don't like this inequality. That rich people are super rich and poor people are super poor. And the thing is that if you're in 1% of the country, then you can afford whatever other white people can afford. But you have to be in the 1% of the country. So what happens to 99%? Where do they live? What do they do, right? And if you're like in 0.1%, you have 30% of the country's wealth. I mean, lots of countries have, actually no country has a similar tendency.
Yes.
Lots of other countries have like the most amount of wealth is in the 1%, but it's not in the 0.1%. And it's not like poor people are that poor. It's not like poor people are sleeping on the street, knocking on the car windows.
No.
So that is what I actually really don't like. I mean, the government should really do something about it because that's not the way it should work. That's what I feel. That's what I really don't like about India. This gap between people.
Yes, that's true. You are right.
Yes.
Okay, Polina, tell me which things do you love in India?
What do I love in India? Okay, very cool question.
If it's not food.
I mean, I love food, but in moderation. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Not
Like
ev-
not spicy. Yeah,
No,
for
I mean, I
example.
like spicy food. I mean, like, I like all this mutton curries. I love the dal makhni. Dal makhni is my favorite.
Yeah.
But in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say this food is very rich as well. So once a month is really amazing. I feel so good.
Mm-hmm.
But not for every day.
Mhm.
Let's put it like this. I
Okay.
don't like Indian food every day, but I do love Indian food.
Yeah.
Let's put it, yeah.
For me, the same, for real. Yeah, I love much, but yeah, I need to manage.
Yes, this needs to be managed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. What else do I love about India?
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. I love my cat. And my cats live in India. So yeah, that's what I really love about India. But mostly I love people's hearts because Indians are really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you need to do something, if you need to find something, they might be lazy and procrastinating.
Yes.
But Indians are very, very helpful.
Mm.
Because let's say if you're lost, okay, I mean, lost, it's easy, everybody will help you. But Indians actually go out of their way to really help you do anything.
Wow.
Because, in coronavirus,
Yes.
lots of foreign pilots, let's say European pilots, American pilots, whatever pilots, they did not do evacuation flights. They did not care about their people. Their people are stuck in India, let them be in India. Their people are stuck somewhere else because the borders got closed, right? Let them be anywhere else. If they can go, they can go. Indians, okay. Yeah. Indians did the most amount of evacuation flights in history of any of the world, basically.
Wow.
So they were not only evacuating Indians from other places, they were also evacuating Canadian citizens, let's say, to Canada. They were evacuating like European citizens to Europe.
Wow.
So whatever
nice.
Indians, whatever foreign people got stuck in India, Indians made sure they could go if they wanted to go. They didn't have to go. It's not like India was kicking them out. Again, India was not kicking them out. If they wanted to stay, they could stay.
Yeah,
There
okay.
were some programs for the visa, so their visa was extended and all of that. But if they wanted to go, they had evacuation flight for them to go.
Very
No
helpful, yeah.
other country did so many. For example, in Russia, we had evacuations flight in Russia as well, right? But they were only evacuating Russian citizens
Yes, only Russians.
to Russia, back to
Yeah,
Russia, come back to Russia. And Russian flights were not that many. There were some, but not that many. Indian flights were every like 2 weeks, every 1 week, and they evacuating both ways. So Indians have got a very big heart.
Yes.
Whenever there's a trouble, they will always help you. Whenever I need anything, my mother-in-law has got so many friends, and then those friends can really help me. Whatever I need, there's such a culture of the group. You're in the group,
Yeah.
and you do something as a group. So because of that, you do lots of like really amazing things. So Indians do have very large heart. That's what I really love about them.
Yes, I'm also used to think that Indians, I don't know. Indians don't have big war. They don't do wars,
What is war?
Why
War.
not? War.
Okay, war.
Yeah. Indians not famous about war.
They are not. They could not have a war. Historically speaking,
Yeah.
they were under British rule for so long. So when the Britain was at war, then India was at war as well.
Yeah. Like this.
But India has really good military. So their military is really vast, and their military is actually really well equipped. So if there's a conflict with other countries, we'll not say which one. India is prepared. So it's not like India doesn't go to war. It's just before, when people actually had wars. India had wars as a British empire, not as India itself. Right now what Russia is doing is madness because they keep on fighting. Like what Israel, especially Israel, doing is like a lot more madness. Russia, there's still reasons to understand it. What Israel is doing is like complete madness. So what I want to say is that these guys are very kind of strong-minded. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
But Indians just don't have a reason to go to war right now. They are not that strong-minded to go to war.
And I think Indians very believe in karma, and they don't do bad things for another people.
I think it depends. No, they do lots of bad. Not every Indian does bad things, but the crime rate in India is pretty high. In India is the leading country of the amount of people who were killed on the road by accident,
On the road, yeah.
who were just stuck by the car.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so the car was driving and then the car hit somebody. India is the leading country in the whole world for this accident. So karma, not karma.
Yeah.
I cannot say every Indian man is a good man. Every Indian woman is a good woman. But lots of people are very nice. Let's put it this way.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, it depends. Again, who you meet. I mean, every country has bad men and good men. Every country has perverts and saints. So, you know, perverts. Like,
Yeah.
so it depends. So really depends on who you talk to. Yes.
Okay. Tell me about which place in India you like more? Like, you know, they used to have mountains, beaches also.
Yeah,
Maybe
I love Andaman. Andaman is my favorite. There's this very nice hotel in Andaman. It has like this kind of houses, and it's right next to the beach. And we love going there. It's just like I feel so peaceful there. You know, just sitting at the beach, having some tea, and looking at the sunset. It's like really.
It's Indians Maldives. Yeah,
Yes, it's very beautiful. It's very blue. The whole thing is just really. I mean, I love Andaman so much. I've been twice. Haven't been too many times, but twice is still better than once.
Of course.
Because, for example, I've been to Goa only once and I don't want to go anymore. I don't like it. I don't think there's anything to do there. And I don't think it's relaxing either. So, for example, Andamans is really relaxing.
Yes, that's true. I'm also used to visit and in my heart, yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, Polina, tell me your favorite quote with that you stick your life.
What?
Yes, something.
You'll never believe it's a cool one, actually. Yes, I have one. I have one. It's called "Prove Them Wrong."
Так, на русском.
Prove them wrong. How to say на русском?
Доказательства.
Докажи, что они неправы. In what sense? In a sense that, in not like, in people are wrong about, let's say, some mathematical problem, and I get so stubborn, and I'm like, oh, you have to like do it correctly. No, in a sense that like people who didn't believe I would succeed, they are wrong. That I made the way, I did it, I managed it. Nice. That's in a way. So people who did not believe in me, people who did not really think I was anybody special or I was anybody at all, prove those people wrong. Or people who thought I would not be able to manage something, people who thought I would not be able to do one particular thing. Yes, prove them wrong. That's the thing I live by, which is kind of cool, right?
Nice.
I had it on my phone for a few years. I don't have it anymore because now I have my kitties. I just think kitties are better inspiration than that. But I had this quote for some time. Yeah, but I'm not stubborn. It's not like you have to be stubborn for that. You're not stubborn. You're just...
so, you know, I think you're very strong people.
Strong person. Yeah, I am pretty strong, I guess.
Wow. Nice. So, Polina, you used to travel much. Last time you went for UK, yeah?
Yes, actually, I went to China and I went to the UK. I went for the exhibition in Guangzhou for the work.
Yeah.
And then UK, I needed to pick up my BIP card. So I had to like do 2 trips in a month. I don't generally do 2 trips in a month, but that happened. It's just everything was really deadlining. That's why.
So tell me, which country you like? Okay, no India, no China and Russia, another country.
Another country, okay.
I think UK also used to...
UK I didn't like too much. I mean, I liked it from one perspective, but I didn't like it too much as you have to do everything yourself.
After India?
Yes. I know it sounds bizarre, but the worst thing in the UK is that you have to do everything yourself. And everything is extremely expensive. So even let's say in the UK you make 3 lakh, you will have to share a room with you'll have to share an apartment with 2 other roommates, and you would have to like eat very cheap food from the supermarket, not even like go out. You go out for 2 people, the cheapest meal is 10,000 rupees. The cheapest meal. So UK
very expensive, yes.
Yes, UK is very expensive.
Pani puri 30 rupees.
Yes, pani puri 30 rupees. Absolutely. And then the people, if they clean your house, they cost like 5,000 rupees per time to come and clean. In China, and I mean they clean well.
Yeah.
but they don't come often. In
Mhm.
China, I would pay like 1,500
Uh-huh.
for like once a week. So she would come once a week and clean everything, but she would do really professional job. Like I didn't have 4 cats then, so it was easier.
Yeah.
But I mean, she would do a really good job. Here, our Didi is really good and hardworking, but she still doesn't
up.
do as professional as my maid in China did.
Oh.
I mean, they're extremely professional, and it's like 1,500, which is affordable, which is not 5,000 for 2 hours.
But I think Chinese people very crazy about, cleaning. Yeah, they are very clean
Everybody has a
person.
maid in China. Not like many people have full-time maids, but many people just have maids who come and go. Actually, even the maids who come and go, they can make up to like 1 lakh, up to 100K a month. So, I mean, if they work really hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's possible. You know, our maid, she cannot make 1 lakh.
Oh,
She just cannot. I mean, she doesn't have this capability. Even though we pay her really well,
yes.
but it's not worth it on the market, you know? Even if we pay her double of what her market rate is, which we actually do,
Yeah.
she will still not be able to make 1 lakh, ever.
It means it's very hard, yeah.
It is very hard thing. So in China, at least they can make 1 lakh. That's what I want to say. Yeah, I mean, in other countries, like in Russia, there's cleaning as well, and they clean very professionally.
Yes, in Russia, very good.
Yes, but it's actually similar prices to the UK only. I mean, it's like
yeah, it's very expensive.
5,000 per time.
That's
so
why
rich people.
mostly people used to clean everything by themselves.
Yes.
In Russia.
But you know, interesting thing is that Russian salaries are lower.
Oh.
They
Yeah,
are
yeah,
no,
yeah.
in
In Russia,
comparison
it's
to the UK. So if
Uh-huh.
we compare Moscow and London, let's say, Russian salaries are lower, expenses are the same.
Oh,
So
even for now, it's so expensive in Russia.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So for example, I mean, apartments in Russia are cheaper. I mean, apartments are crazy. It's crazy rent in London.
Yeah.
Crazy madness. But the salaries are like half of what the people in the UK get.
For example, okay, apartment in London.
Apartment in London. So my friend is getting an apartment, 2 BHK plus a living room, tiny rooms, a little bit bigger living room, £2,500.
1.5.
No, it's 2 BHK. So he has a roommate.
Yeah.
And they pay 2.5 lakh rupees, 250,000 rupees per month for a share that for a 2 BHK basically.
Nice.
Yes, we pay a lot less here, even though we live in a lot nicer place.
Yes.
So-
Even in Russia, okay, in Russia, 2 BHK will be cost around, it depends of city, of course. In Moscow, I think it's 1 lakh. Yeah,
Yes, 1 lakh. Yeah, I mean, they live in a very premium location. So in Moscow would be like 1 lakh, 1,500,000. Still cheaper.
Yes.
But in Moscow, the salaries are half. So whatever the salary they have is way more than what they would have in Moscow. So yeah, I mean, UK is very expensive, but they have okay salaries to cover it. But
yeah, so it's okay if salary is good. Yeah.
no, but still, for example, they don't have a lot of savings because everything just goes. But look, if we live here for the same 3 lakh a month, right?
Yeah.
We can live a wonderful life.
Yes.
There, you would do everything yourself. I mean, maybe you will have a help, but maybe once a week, once in 2 weeks, maybe.
But still here better. Yeah.
Yes, here they come every day. But look, they're more professional as well. So it depends. It's like the trade-off.
Quality.
Yes. For example, our Didi is professional enough, but again, we pay her double. But she is not as professional as their cleaners. Let's put it this way, even though I've really taught her lots of things. So, yeah. Oh, let me tell you about the country that I liked, actually. Which country did I like?
Yes. Which you
And
used to visit countries?
An interesting. I've been to many. I've been to, let me think, to South Korea, to Malaysia, Nepal, Thailand. Been to Vietnam, to Singapore, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, when it was not at war then. France, Spain, Italy, UK now. Israel. I was living in Israel. Israel, Malta. Yeah, 16 countries I've been. Yeah, I don't think I've been. Oh, Egypt. Egypt. Yes, Egypt. And Jordan. Jordan, I went from Israel. So it's Jordan. And that's also 18. Not too many.
Nice. But it's many.
No, it's okay.
So tell me, maybe some Europe country, it's
I mean, look, so I didn't go to the UK when I was younger,
uh-huh.
but I went to Europe last time like 15 years ago.
Oh,
So people say Europe that I saw 15 years ago is very different from Europe what is right
yes,
now.
no.
So I was living in Europe for 3 months in Malta when I
Mm-hmm.
was like, what, 18?
18. It's in student time,
Yes,
yeah.
I was a student. I was learning English. I was 17,
Ah.
17, 18 I was. But the UK right now kind of feels different from the Europe I saw.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, in the UK, there are lots of Indians.
I
So
know.
many Indians. Like, that's a country is like crazy. It's like you're in India. Like this many Indians. I'm not
Wow.
joking. Yes, so many Indians. And you know, the cool thing is that I speak 4 languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I never hear all my 4 languages spoken on the same day. Very rare. Like maybe let's say I work, then I talk to my mom, then I talk to my friend, and
Yeah.
then talk to husband in Hindi, for example. Then yes. But
Mm-hmm.
it's all because of some kind of thing that I'm engaged in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But in London, every single day I heard all my 4 languages spoken
Wow.
on the street. And I've heard many more spoken on the street.
So easy for you.
No, but you know, it's like I've never been in a place where I could hear all of them spoken on the street,
Oh, so you can.
you know, in the same time, like in the same day. It's just that was the first time I've ever like experienced something like that. It's really multicultural and really international.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's London. That's a cool thing about London. You can meet anywhere,
yeah.
anybody, anywhere. You know, it's kind of really cool.
Very open.
Yes, so that's a cool thing about London. My favorite would be actually Latvia, I think.
Latvia.
It's a very beautiful
Why?
country.
Uh-huh.
It's in Europe. It's a tiny country in Europe. I have really good memories with that. I would not really come back until I'm old because when you're old, that's the
you
time to
wanna-
go to Latvia.
Uh-huh.
It's a very kind of old people's country. But it was so nice, so beautiful, so calm,
Oh.
so like you know, smooth. Let's put it this way, and extremely beautiful. It has extremely great heritage. So it has everything. It has nice people. It has small country vibe. It has beautiful houses. The cost of living is not that high. I've heard right now even.
So easy life there.
Yes, very easy life. So I think it's a very cool country to live when you're old, not right now.
So we'll meet in Latvia
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, we'll meet in Latvia.
60.
It's a cool country. It's actually a really cool country to live when you're old, I feel.
Wow.
And people speak Russian there.
Yeah, yeah. Much.
Not like everybody, but quite a few people spoke Russian.
But they use which language?
They have their own Latvian language,
Latvian.
and they have Russian as well. So, but Russian, it's like, you know, because they were Soviet, part of Soviet Union. So older people speak Russian, younger people, not everybody.
Okay.
That is the thing. But people, they like Latvian families and Russian families. So Russian families.
Similar, yeah?
No, there are two kinds of families there. So Russian families speak
Russian.
Russian, even though they are actually Latvian families.
Yeah.
They are just kind of called Russian families because they speak Russian at home. And then the Latvian families which don't speak Russian at home. So their children would not speak Russian,
Yes,
but
of
their
course.
elders would. So yeah, that's the thing. Very cool country.
Latvia from Singapore, UK.
Or Hong Kong as well. Hong Kong if it's China or if it's not Hong Kong.
Oh my
China.
God.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's a very cool country,
Yes.
I guess. People would expect me to say South Korea or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you like South Korea?
No, I didn't like South Korea at all. Really, it was so. I felt like it was stuck in the 60s. It's like all the buildings there, everything was stuck in the 60s. That's what I felt. I mean, I don't know, I was wrong maybe, but everything doesn't feel as developed. China is like very developed. I came there from China. So, but the internet is everywhere, which is a very good thing because the internet was on the subway, on the buses. The internet is like everywhere, which is a very cool thing.
Yeah.
Korean food I like very much,
Wow.
but it's all kind of tastes the same because they all make it with this kind of kimchi and red
Yes,
sauce.
kimchi. Yeah.
So Korean food tastes very similar, which I don't like very much, but I like the taste of food, you know? But it's kind of one taste everywhere. To me, Koreans looked all the same. Even though I was living in China and I know Asians, but Koreans do a lot of plastic surgery.
They are very mad, I think, about.
Yes, so sometimes children, when they're 14, their parents give them a plastic surgery for the birthday.
Oh, right.
Because the eyes, by the age of 20, all the eyes are done. I have never met a Korean person without eyes done. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm lucky, but that's what my experience.
Interesting.
Yes. So that's what I really feel. To me, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but to me, they looked all the same. They looked all the same. They wore similar kind of clothing. They like talk in a similar way. Their faces look very similar. To me, they're all the same. I mean, Korean beauty products are like another level. It's mind-blowing.
Yes.
But to live in a country for the beauty products is not something I would love to have. So, yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like there's no like identity, individual identity of a person. That's what. Maybe I was wrong, but that's my observation.
For how long time you?
I went there once for 2 weeks, another one for 2 weeks, more or less.
Okay, okay. Then
Twice
yes,
I've been. Yeah. So Korea didn't like that much.
Okay.
Which is actually very interesting, right?
Latvia.
Because, I mean, Latvia, I would not go right now. But for the retirement, I actually really like Latvia, yes. Latvia was something I really, really liked. Yeah.
Okay, tell me then, Russia, China, you used to live long time, and now in India. Which country for you now it's like motherland?
Motherland, okay, that's a cool question. None of those countries is my motherland.
And your mom also, mother used to shift in India?
Yeah, she lives in India right now. She lives in India right now. Yeah. So what I feel, honestly, I mean, for sure, I have some family. I have the grandparents and all this stuff. So I do go to Russia quite often, and I love them, and I feel home when I'm there. But as a motherland, as a concept, I don't think I have one.
So it's space free for now, yeah?
And no, it's not for now, because I think because I've been moving so much, I feel like a global citizen. I don't feel like I belong to some place, because like I travel a lot as well. I mean, it's not like I only live in one country and then I live there. I travel a lot as well. So I've been to many places, and I honestly feel like my character, my personality, everything comes from lots of different places. You know, because I came there, something got from here, you know, something got from there. So I feel like for sure my grandma's village is my dream home. But Russia as Russia is not my home country, I feel. That's what I feel. But I mean, I love going to my grandma's village.
So you are very free, I think. Like
it's not about being free. It's about being, like, you know, it's like identity crisis, honestly speaking. Because even though I know I am Russian, sometimes I don't feel I'm Russian. You know, it's an identity crisis. So I can't say it's a good thing. I mean, person should belong somewhere.
Yes.
But it's just the way it is. What to do about
it? You know, yeah, you can travel very calmly and stay in another country, so you will be.
It's okay. I mean, no, I mean, it's hard to move. It's not easy to go to another country and start living in another country. You know, no, it's not that easy. So it's not easy to move, but once you get adjusted, it becomes okay. Yeah, my husband really wants to move to the US, but you know, I said to him, like, only once we have life settled there. I will not just randomly move to another country anymore. I'm tired.
Yeah, of course you want something. Stability or something.
Yes, we have, let's say, both of us have a job, both of us have this. I don't know. Something we go for. We don't just randomly go and make friends. It's very hard.
It's very hard.
I've done it twice. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to have, let's say, some friend circle there already, and then only to move. Then I will be okay with moving. But otherwise, I mean, it's just too tough to go through that again. I am not 10 years old anymore, 20 years old anymore. So yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, I'm good. So maybe soon your husband will do some, I don't know, some good space for you in US, and we will meet in US.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. There's so many moving plans as well. It's not like that straightforward, you know. So we'll see.
Okay.
I mean, I love India. No India long term.
Just to visit sometimes, yeah.
I mean, we will come to India definitely because my husband is Indian.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at the air. How can I have my children with this air?
Yes. Government need to do something, please.
Yes. I mean, for example, Bangalore. We are considering to move to Bangalore. Bangalore has better air.
Yes.
But Bangalore doesn't have the best air anyways. And Bangalore has got water problems, traffic
And other
problems, lots of other random problems, right? So, I mean, if there's a place in India where I could live without all these random problems of pollution, traffic. I mean, traffic problem is many cities, but in Bangalore don't even have subway to go, right? If they had subway and there was traffic, okay, let me take subway. It's my problem.
It's more easy.
Right? It's not like I cannot take subway, but I don't want to be stuck in the car because I have no other option but to walk. Right? It's just I don't like it. If they solve the water problem, then yes. I mean, here at least we don't have a traffic and water problem.
Yeah.
But we have the pollution. So no city in India is perfect. Right?
It's everywhere, I
Yeah,
guess.
like Bombay has too many people as well. That's like way too crowded. So
Yeah, also not good.
if there is a good, if they come up with something good, let's say they solve the traffic in Bangalore or they solve the pollution here, then we would love to stay. But at least with this pollution, we don't want to have children in India. That's something we're not very happy about.
Yeah, it's not good.